this ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Hey yo, what's good with y'all? Your boy Dimitri here, back at it again with the guy, the myth, man, the legend, Mizster Method. Say what's up, bro.
Right, man, boys, we are live. Thanks for having me on, Dimitri, man. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Always a pleasure having you, my guy. So, this little session, we're gonna have 5 questions each, right? And we're just gonna chop it up, spit some real shit, and
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Let's go.
Okay. So I'm gonna start things off, right? First question is, what do you think the differentiating factors between confidence and ego are?
I think confidence is natural. Ego is something you have to think about. Now, I'm not saying be cocky. It's good to have a quiet confidence as well when we approach females, how we deal with our everyday lives. But when you want to be cocky with it and that ego comes into play, man, I think everyone can see through that bullshit, man. So confidence is definitely for something from within, 100%, I would say. Yeah,
Right on.
That's what I would say, man. Just be yourself, boys. Just be yourself. You don't have to force anything. If she's gonna like you, she's gonna like it for you. Beta males out there, they warp situations. They act as different characters. And these girls are smart, boys. They'll see through this nonsense. So just be yourself. Yeah.
All right. So piggybacking off that, how do you think people with different personalities can adapt alpha traits, but not say it word for word? So for example, if I tell a guy, yo, show interest, right? A more introverted person versus an extroverted person would have a different approach, right? So What's your take on that?
I was just going to say, though, what you tend to find is guys will ask you for lines, won't they?
Yeah.
You get too many guys, they want to memorize lines. Boys, it doesn't matter what you say. It's just how you say it.
Exactly. How?
The first 30 seconds gives you the next 2 minutes of that conversation. So long as you're confident and your eye contact is there, that girl, and providing you speak with clarity and you come across confident, that girl will listen to what you have to say. Remember, 30 seconds is all you need, and it will give you the next 2 minutes. Now, to answer your question, I think it's from within, man.
And different ways of applying the same goddamn concept, right? Let me give you an example, Tinder example right now, okay? A girl might have in her bio something along the lines of, I'm an avid dog lover, or whatever. That's a common thing you see in a lot of Tinder bios, right? And so, an extroverted person, or just I'm not even gonna put labels on it, right? One person might say something along the lines of, to open her, might be like, so does this mean we're gonna get married and grab a dog together? It's funny, it's out there, right? But at the same time, it kind of makes her respond, which at the end of the day is what you want, right? Another guy might say something along the lines of, right, so, let me just think how I would say it. I'd be like, right, okay, so dogs, do you have anything against cats? Boom, a little bit of a challenge, right? Yeah. So at that point, still
uncomfortable, rock the boat, as we say.
Exactly, I'm still making her respond in a way, right? But it's almost a disqualifier, right? So, at this point, she has to qualify herself. She's like, no, I love cats too, type thing.
Hey, mate, if I had one of those buzzers, mate, wall that back, boys, wall that back, mate. Say it again for them, because I know they didn't hear it, bro.
Do we all have the red pill? We have all access to it, both internally and externally online, like through coaches or whatever, right? Now, the better question is, do we all tap into it?
Not very much. Not very much.
Not so much. Not so much. I think it's always been there, right? At least for the people I know and for myself, and for the many clients that I had, right? You know, that come talk to me about questions and whatever, right? But it's unfortunately, it's only discovered after some sort of trauma, be it heartbreak, be it loss of job, be it whatever. I bet.
Why do men act beta?
I think I can answer this on a personal note, right? So I'm trying to tap into like my old beta mindset.
Whip it, cerebral, whip it forward.
Okay. So you could have red pill knowledge, but not apply it. Okay, in the sense that maybe your environment doesn't allow you to, right? So the case was for me, right? I was in an environment where, you know, I couldn't necessarily act the way I wanted to act, even though I had the knowledge, right? Even though it aligned with who I was, right? And because of that, you know, what you practice is what you preach, right? So if every day I'm forced to act beta because of the environment, right? Then slowly but surely you'll start thinking like that, right? So
Yeah.
I think environment is a big one, as well as Instagram. When a girl posts like, "Oh, I want this in a relationship" type of thing, right? Some guys will actually believe that, but yet she comes to, you know, someone like me or you, right? And it's a different story, you know, try to keep it as PG as possible, right?
Well, yeah, so, I hope you're listening to what Dimitri just said there. When these females meet an alpha male, they become submissive. I hope you're listening to what Dimitri's saying, because he's speaking incognito, but mate, you have to listen. These gems are in what he's saying as well, boys. Come on, bro. Just giving them subtitles, man, in case you have to read. Mate, we're moving in the time-space continuum. Flashpoint. Come on. Yeah, go on, bro.
Yeah. So,
mate, the simp virus. The simp virus is real, boys. The simp virus is real.
I'd argue say it's worth the girl.
Taking lives since the beginning of time. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Choose your friends wisely, man. Dimitri, you're 100% correct.
How do you accept new perspectives, but at the same time, you know, be able to preach a certain concept, right?
Right, big question. I think it's all about having the open mindset, bro. We don't know everything. You know everything. You know 100% more than what I know. I know 100% more than what you know. Everything is about learning. Your content is different from my content, the same way, and vice versa. Everybody has different views on things, and it's about having that mindset to say and remain humble and say, look, I don't know what he's saying, but I'm going to listen to what he's saying, and if it clicks in my head, then I might be able to relay the information in a way that another guy might understand as well.
Oh, okay.
You're going to love the last one. Do you think simps know what they are doing? Do you think simps know what they are doing?
Yes. Oh no, I think it's like a competition for them.
Yeah.
I literally think it's like, oh, am I the first comment type of thing, right? Yeah. She's gonna favorite me. I'm gonna become her boyfriend.
Yeah.
I literally think that's how it goes.
No, man, crazy, man. It's so sad.
It really is. No, but I actually think that's what actually goes in their mind. Like, I'm really trying to think back to my simp days, but honestly, even then, I never like left comments like that. So it's really hard for me to relate, right? But from guys I've talked to that are in that, man, oh man. I think, you know, it's more so like, oh, I'm being nice, therefore she must like me type attitude. Right. All right.
What can we expect from the big man Dimitri by the end of the year? What are we saying? What are your plans? Short term, business.
Short term, by the end of the year, I'm hoping to hit like anywhere from 500 to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. You know, grow this little community, grow this family.
Yeah.
Right? And honestly, just you know, keep improving people. You know, keep preaching up this mentality and really like bring a new level to the red pill. Because right now, I'm trying to bring a new depth to it. So, yeah.
Start, man. 100% agree. Just to touch on what you said, I posted content today about leading with your wallet, and obviously while we were setting this up, I went on Instagram Live and I basically told the guys that were in there, I said, look, I had a lot of backlash. I had a couple of guys in my DMs today, like smelly bitches, and I said, boys, look, what I write on my page is not for you to like or disagree. It's for me to express myself and my mindset, and to show you guys that there's a different level to red pill. These guys are so used and they're so accustomed to watching the big guys on YouTube that they've almost been brainwashed to thinking just because what these guys say, this is the only way, and it's not. They are far better content creators than the big guys that you're watching.
You develop a carefree type attitude?
By removing your emotions, simply put. In order to control your emotions, you have to control your emotions. Take your emotions out of every girl that you're seeing until you decide to get married or until you think she's the one. But until then, take your emotions out of it.
Between shit test and disrespect, how to handle both.
So, okay, shit test, or AKA compliance test, is a random act that a female will produce subconsciously. She doesn't know when she's going to do it. It just happens. So you can't plan for these things. You can only become equipped to pass a shit test when you're red pill aware. Because when the shit test happens, you're like, oh shit, this girl thinks she thinks she's smart. Shit test happens, simply put, when she wants to test your value and she wants to test your frame. If you fail a shit test, you will lose this girl. It's that simple. So, for example, you're at the gym or whatever, or you're a milk, and a girl's name pops up on your phone, and 3 weeks later she says, "Oh, who's Jasmine?" And obviously, you know Jasmine works with you at the gym, but she makes it seem as if you're doing something with Jasmine. So, then to pass that shit test, you would say, "Oh, you mean Jasmine that you saw flash up on my phone at the dinner table? Why didn't you ask me then? She works with me. Text her." And that's how you pass a shit test, boys. It's about staying calm. It's about knowing when it happens and almost checking her as you do it. Now, your second part of the question was disrespect. Disrespect. How do we handle disrespect? You check that girl instantly. So she says something, for example, about your nose, or she makes you feel dumb, or maybe you said something and she contradicts you, but she does it in a sarcastic way. Yes, there's times where you can be sarcastic, but also there's times when you know that female's being disrespectful. If you allow disrespect to happen, she will grow more confidence and she'll keep doing it. And this is how you lose frame, boys, because as the disrespect rises, your frame reduces, and all of a sudden you start to doubt yourself. You start to play mind games in your head. You start to lose the ability to check her. You check a girl simply by saying, "Look, I don't like what you did there. It was rude. It was disrespectful. Don't do it again. If you do it, then we're gonna have problems." And when I say have problems, or you can say it another way, like, "Look, what you did there was rude. Don't do it again, because I wouldn't do it."
My question to you is fine. So my question to you is, in that sense, what's she gonna do? If she tries to check you back, and if she's just like, in the sense that, what you gonna do? Like she says, what you gonna do if we're gonna have problems?
Okay, so it's all about her having the respect for you and seeing you as a high value male. Okay, right. So if she sees you as alpha, bro, she'll be submissive and she'll apologize. You can probably put dick in mouth, and start knocking ankles, bro. you know. But at the same time, if she comes with aggression or she comes back with something, then she's not for you, bro. And you need to leave her, because that girl is already acquiring your masculine frame. It's a rule of two. One must be masculine, one must be feminine. If she's coming back with vim and masculine energy, then unfortunately you've lost that frame, man, because that's disrespect.